to have this handover ceremony of the Chinese government's donation of the most needed medical materials and equipments for the Malaysia government. As we know that at this very moment, the COVID-19 is ravaging the world, hitting already 200 countries, bringing away lives and making tens of millions of people sick. And the situation in Malaysia is also very much worrisome. My heart saddens every day with the increase of more than 100 cases in Malaysia. As a close friend and also a good neighbor of Malaysia, China feels how Malaysia feels. Because in the last 2 months, China has also gone through a strenuous battle against the COVID-19, and we have fought our fair share of hard fights. The Chinese government and people will never forget how the Malaysian government and people have extended your helping hands to us during our darkest hours in the battle against the COVID-19. Today, as our Malaysian friends are facing the threat of this epidemic, neither will your Chinese friends hesitate even a second to rush to the help, to stand with you firmly, and to overcome this hardship together. Although China is still facing the challenges of a possible rebound of the epidemic, we wasted no time in going all out to contribute to Malaysia's fight against the COVID-19. In the past 2 weeks, according to the incomplete numbers, my embassy in Malaysia and also the Chinese companies based in Malaysia have donated various kinds of personal protective equipment to the Malaysia side, among which there are over 1 million face masks and 5,500 COVID-19 laboratory test kits and many other personal protective equipments like protection goggles, disposable coveralls. And I was so happy to organize a video conference last week. I invited the top-notch medical doctors from Shanghai city to join 40 Malaysian doctors online in the same video room to share the Chinese experiences for the diagnosis and treatment, and also the prevention and control measures against the COVID-19. The video conference turned out to be very effective in helping the Malaysian doctors and also nurses to better fight against this epidemic. Today, upon the request from Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin and Foreign Minister Datuk Seri Hishammuddin on behalf of the Malaysian government, the Chinese government are now sending over the most needed medical materials and equipment. These medical supplies to Malaysia contain the following items: 100,000 COVID-19 laboratory test kits, 100,000 N95 face masks, 500,000 surgical face masks, 50,000 disposable coveralls, and last but not the least, 200 portable ventilators. Just now, this batch of medical supplies has arrived in Malaysia, Clear 1, by China Eastern Airlines. It is undergoing customer clearance now. Here, I'm very honored to join my good friend, my brother, Foreign Minister Datuk Seri Hishammuddin on this handover ceremony, officially handing over these medical materials to the Malaysia side on behalf of the Chinese government. I trust these much needed items will waste no time in reaching the Malaysia frontliners, those medical personnel who are sacrificing their life to save their Malaysian compatriots' lives in the hospitals. These contributions from China serve as a token of friendship that we share will and woe, a token of solidarity that we are bonded by a shared destiny, and also a token of confidence and strength that China and Malaysia are fighting the same war and we are going to win the war together. In another development, here I'm very happy to announce that upon the request from the Malaysian government, the Chinese government is going to dispatch a COVID-19 medical expert team to Malaysia to assist their Malaysian colleagues by sharing Chinese doctors' valuable hands-on knowledge and experiences for diagnosis and treatment for COVID-19. These experiences are much hard gained in the last 2 months when the Chinese doctors are fighting the war in China. In a word, China will spare no effort in the future in providing material and technical support to Malaysia, as long as Malaysia needs us to do so. Just like the Malay saying goes, which I love to quote here, Buki sama tidak ki, lulu sama tidak runi. I believe that as long as China and Malaysia work together, shoulder by shoulder, side by side, there's no trench too deep to jump over. There's no mountain too high to conquer. We will for sure win this war against COVID-19 together. To conclude, on behalf of the Chinese government and people, I wish to give a shout out to you all. Stay strong, Malaysia. China will be with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ambassador.
Thank you.
Next, I would like to invite YB Datuk Seri to deliver his vote of thanks for the contribution. Please, Datuk Seri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My brother, Ambassador Tian, yang saya kagumi, DG Kementerian Kesihatan Malaysia, Datuk Seri Nur Hisham, kepimpinan tertinggi Wisma Putra, pihak media yang sanggup bersama-sama dengan kita pada hari ini, tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, saudara-saudari yang berada di rumah. Today is indeed very special for Malaysia and China. Although we have been friends and our ties go back over 45 years, as the Chinese saying goes, we really truly know our friends in times of crisis. And why I say today is special for bilateral relations between Malaysia and China, because as we face very difficult times, China has once again come forward to work closely with Malaysia. In Wisma Putra, it all started with a phone call between me and my counterpart and dear friend, His Excellency Wang Yi, the Minister of Foreign Affairs for the People's Republic of China. It was followed up by a letter from me to him, seeking for closer cooperation and coordination with regards to the response to COVID-19. And in the days following that phone call and also my letter, we have had multiple donations from China, from various provincial governments, from NGOs, the business community, and individuals. And on behalf of the government and the people of Malaysia, we couldn't be more thankful, Your Excellency. To His Excellency Mr. Tian, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, I must personally thank him for going the extra mile, especially in ensuring the smooth coordination and delivery of all the donations. And today's donations, ladies and gentlemen, is really extraordinary. And I think it is worth repeating what China has contributed again today, which is 100,000 units of NCOV PCR test kits, 100,000 pieces of N95 medical protective face masks, 500,000 pieces of 3-ply surgical masks, 50,000 sets of personal protective equipment, PPE, and 200 units of ventilators. This is an extraordinary contribution by a country to Malaysia, showing the close relationship and friendship that we have with China. And as His Excellency indicated just now, more is to come with regards to closer cooperation in looking ahead with regards to this threat from coronavirus. So, ladies and gentlemen, I can only promise China that Malaysia will make full use of these items, and we will immediately hand it over to the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, and I'm sure this will definitely help our frontliners, our doctors, our nurses, who have worked tirelessly to combat this. And with friends and contribution and support like China, I'm sure this will also give them more spirit and energy to fight on. Finally, like I said, it's not just about material donations and support. China and Malaysia holds a very strong and special relationship, especially people to people. And in Malaysia right now, the Malaysian people are facing hardship. And we will do the same for China, and we have proven it in the past. And I believe that Chinese saying that even in times of crisis, there is a blessing. And the blessing with this COVID-19, as far as bilaterals between Malaysia and China, I think that it has bonded us and made us even closer together. So bukit sama didaki, lurah sama dituruni, woman tosa icharan.
We are one family.
Finally, I would like to say this, applaud and congratulate China for your successful efforts in combating the virus in China. I hope your efforts will continue to reduce the numbers and flatten the curve. But at the same time, please stay very close touch with us. We have very dedicated people working with us and tirelessly. And again, on behalf of my Prime Minister, the government of Malaysia, and the people of Malaysia, from the bottom of our heart, thank you so very much. Terima kasih. Ada soalan tak?
Thank you, Datuk Seri. Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to invite YB Datuk Seri Hishammuddin Tun Hussein and His Excellency Ambassador Tian to the front, where YB Datuk Seri will be receiving the list of contribution items.
Tak ada Q&A. Boleh.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have come to the end of the ceremony. Once again, I would like to thank YB Datuk Seri Hishammuddin Tun Hussein, His Excellency Ambassador Tian, and everyone for being here. Please stay safe. May I ask YB Datuk Seri and His Excellency Ambassador Tian to remain for Q&A session with the media representatives. Thank you.
To all media friends, due to COVID-19, we want to avoid a long Q&A session. So only 2 questions are allowed for His Excellency Minister and 2 questions for His Excellency Ambassador. Thank you so much for all cooperation.
Okay. Any questions, guys? Yeah. Shoot.
Chinese
Shoot lah. Just ask.